Good evening everyone, welcome back to Tom Plays Bannerlord for absolute beginners. We just attacked the Vlandians, so I'm trying to decide where to attack. I'm thinking Carbanseth is going to be too big, even though it would be a much better option. But even if we starve the garrison out, we'll still be outnumbered, and they still have a castle. So it'd be good because it would weaken the Vlandians and strengthen us, and the Vlandians desperately need weakening. But I'm kind of thinking we should maybe look at the castles instead. Partly because I'm hoping that will put us kind of behind the Vlandians, not the Vlandians, the Britannians. And also because we're very close to Vlandian lands here. So I'm just worried they're going to come up and splat us. Of course, there's a good chance that might happen anyway. We might meet a massive army over here. But I'm hoping that Flintolg Castle might be weaker. If it isn't, we could go to Ufalame and see if that's any weaker. These would allow us to connect our lands up a bit, and maybe... You see, I think they just took that from Vlandia. So I'm really hopeful that they're very distracted. I just hope we don't make an absolute beeline for us. So if we just get some kind of indication of how powerful... Yeah, you see, Flintolg is a lot less powerful. The militia is only 107. And we're not too badly outnumbered, even if we don't manage to starve them out, even if we have to hurry. Okay, Caelis is 8. Right, I think we were thinking of being another Athene, but yeah, because of the riding. So Huntsman gives a control, because I think we're thinking of horse and bow. I mean, she still needs leadership in any case. Well, she's going to need steward. She's got tactics. That's good. The problem is that if any of our daughters and nieces get married, they join another clan. So that kind of goes against them being governors. I mean, they certainly can be, but the advantage of being a governor and staying put a lot of the time... Hang on, why have we gone to... I didn't ask you to go to double speed. Right, so we better make a battering ram. Attacked by looters. That was the last thing I was worried about. Because if a massive Vlandian army comes, we may have to go in under fire. And use a battering ram, but we may as well speed up this bit because there's nothing we can do apart from cut and run, I suppose, until we at least, I mean, ideally have the battering ram. But yeah, so certainly in the early stages, when we, well, certainly when we don't yet have a kingdom and there's no real advantage to making friends with other nations, which is what intermarriage will often do, we're probably better off having the women be more like Athene and commanding groups, because generally when you're commanding a group, I've had trouble allowing people to be partnered up in a group. So yeah, I was saying the advantage of being a governor and like sitting still is that you can put other nobles with them. So specifically you can have a couple together and then they can have kids. So I think Calata, who turned 14 last time, even though we've been kind of gearing up for leadership, which I think was because we needed people to run Sturgian cities, which could still be the case. She may still end up having to do that. But as we get more Sturgians, or once we build a kingdom, we'll probably want her running a group. Because one of the other things about declaring a kingdom, which we'll hopefully get into if we survive long enough, if I stop taking insane risks like attacking the Vlandians, is that you can put multiple groups together into an army, which are those enormous groups we've seen wandering around the map that we can't possibly... What am I doing? I need to move that. Which we can't possibly fight. The kind that's probably going to come and splat us. Forgetting how to do sieges here. But in order to make being able to make an army effective, we need as many groups as possible. And if you look at our clan, with our current clan rank, we can have 4 parties, and we've only got 2. And that's basically lack of leaders. I seem to be lower on troops than I should be. Is someone off doing a mission? No, that's weird. Me being careless, I suppose. Okay. No, sorry. I'm hoping I can put him in the dungeon. So much as I would love to have the money, he might be my quickest way to make peace. So we're probably going to take Flintolg Castle and then, well, if we take Flintolg Castle, we're probably going to want to make peace straight away. Even though, if they're really distracted, it'd be great for us to just go on and take another castle. I think that is probably asking to get splatted. I mean, it's bad because we'll probably have to give them a ton of money. I just hope we've actually got enough because they're so powerful. And that may just make them stronger, which we don't really want. But someone seems to be doing a good job of fighting them anyway. And hopefully just the distraction we're providing, and the battalions are providing, will help whoever that is to make headway. Okay, so on the plus side, we have taken down a lot of their defences there. So if we went in now, when they have defences, when we have siege weapons, and they don't, at least they nearly don't, we'd actually have a chance. We really would. Can I... But I can't see anyone coming. So... Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, this is one of the interesting bugs. I'd forgotten about this. Flintolg Castle, I think when they're attacking the walls... Yeah, the walls are over there. So yeah, hopefully they'll fix that when they do war sales. Assuming someone actually reported it, which I never did, because to me it's not that big a deal. I can go with that. But yeah, I'm just staying zoomed out because I just need to know if the Vlandians are actually coming. I guess presumably we'll also be pretty damaged once we take Flintolg. So we'll probably be better off just cutting our wins at that point, if that's a phrase. So this is one of those situations where if you are saving the game a lot and willing to restart if you make a decision, you could take Flintolg, save, go for somewhere else, and you could make a lot more progress. Because I'm not doing that, I have to be a lot more cautious. And obviously attacking the Vlandians in itself was a massive risk. I'm still surprised that they haven't besieged any of our cities or anything though. How are we doing? Well, we're 3 days from them running out of food. But we also don't want them to make peace with someone. Maybe it'll depend on how much it costs. There's always a chance that they may charge us less if they're in the middle of a bunch of wars as well. Okay, the Azrai are fighting the Khazaits. Vlandians have made peace. Okay, that's not good. They made peace with Western Empire. Yeah, we need to make peace pronto. Okay, Ioren turns 5. I've got a lot of vigour here. Still, leadership is always good. But maybe we'll go into the vigour a bit. I mean, to be fair, his controls, he's kind of an all-rounder, isn't he? He's got everything. I'll give him the one-handed anyway. He's got endurance, so that's... Yeah, again, it's not clear whether we'll do horses or not. But we'll see. Okay, so... they're either going to come for the Vlandians or come for us. Not the Vlandians, the Battanians. I think maybe we should consider just going in for them. We're so close to starving them out though. But I'm also worried about the noble that we've got escaping. But then they might go for a siege before they go for us. They might. Okay. Yeah, we've still got all of our things. Okay. Aedid has reached the age of 8. I also wasn't thinking about Ergion, who turned 11. He's possibly our heir. It's like the eldest son or daughter, because I think Calata is Sturgian, so she's a niece, but Ergion sounds like a Battanian name, which I should probably learn to pronounce if we're going to end up playing as him, because if we suddenly die, he will presumably be who we take over as. Right, he did. So he's already, yeah. So again, we're going for him for some kind of war leadership. But he could do with some social. So what gives you social? Steward gives you social. And I'm not that fussed about doing charm, but he doesn't have leadership yet, so let's do leadership. Because he'll still need it. And he's got some... Oh right, he actually already had roguery. Okay, fair enough. So we're kind of leaning into the roguery a bit there. Okay, well yes, of course. I'll be very happy that we're besieging them. Okay, Flintolg Castle. I think they've gone for the Battanians. So it looks like... Oh no, yeah, So the Britannians have taken Flintolg Castle, right? But they're being besieged. So the whole hiding behind the Britannians thing seems to have worked quite well. So let's just speed on a little. Athene is still in the game. They've run out of food. Oh, there we go. Okay. We have very limited time now. Because I don't know how many people we had defending it. Well, we've got the advantage now, so maybe we shouldn't push this any further. Even though we'd only just started starving them. I'm just thinking... As things stand, we could really get away with this. Right, let's... At risk of lowering our morale... Nope, I didn't want to do that. So ironically, if we take Flintolg, it's going to be defended by Vlandians, which is awesome. But it does give us the numbers. Okay, so has anyone gained a level? Someone has. Ioren. Okay, not as important, to be fair. Steward will be good. And she actually has got some green on leadership, whereas she doesn't on steward. So let's go with steward for Ioren. Okay, no other actual level gains, but Athene has gained something in tactics. So decisive battle, or well, snowy and forest terrains make most sense. Because we're Britannians. So I'm going to go with that. Okay, and yep, that's it. Let's go. We should have the advantage. We should be okay just to let everyone take control. And I'm hoping we've still got that noble. And we can deposit him in the castle dungeons and then immediately go visit him and try and make peace. What they will charge us to make peace, I dread to think, because they are so very powerful. Okay, Felenos. Well, these are all much of a muchness. Let me put you in there, and I'll officially give myself command of something as well. Now this is Britannian, so it's possible I can actually charge. I may regret it. But in terms of distracting them, this has to be a good way to do it. Fellas, find a way to break through. Oh, we're not dead at least, so that's a good start. order might make more sense. Because we're constantly being caught being clever. Oh, brilliant, we're breaking in. So effectively I'm trying to help our fellows to break through this gap, partly by blocking it with the horse, partly by attacking it. Oh, it looks like we've got some siege engines still attacking people as well. Right, I think it's high time I got off my high horse. Sorry, you're on my side. Actually, no, we're good. We're good. It comes through. Oh, this is looking really good. I'm not even that badly injured. I didn't get my horse killed either. Okay. So yeah, we probably could have attacked earlier, but hopefully there was no need to, if we've still got this noble and we can instantly make peace. Okay. Right, let's just take the Oathsworn. They're always a good option. So there are top tier sword, shield and spear troops. Wavered a bit there, wasn't sure where to aim. Oh, finally managed to hit someone at least. I want to be sword now then. Oh, is this a way through? Excellent. Let's start making people's lives miserable, shall we? Okay. Guys struggling to navigate the stairs a bit there. Oh, I think this might be the final room. And here's some guys with no shields. There we go. Yes, I think I'll take all the prisoners, thank you. And all of the loot. So we have to show mercy because they're Battanian, which is great. And let's manage prisoners. So I'm hoping we still have Varmund. There he is. And let me throw some of the less valuable prisoners into the jail. I'm not sure how many prisoners I'm actually allowed to have. Oh, okay. It's just that we can't sell them immediately, so I'm just thinking... Oh, there we go. If I can put some of them in the prison. So the question is, what will it cost us to make peace with Varman? That's assuming he's even high-ranking enough to make peace. If not, we're going to be hightailing it over to probably Dunglanis. I mean, the thing is, we might even be able to win the siege simply because we're in easy mode and the AI really overestimates how powerful castles and cities are.
It's been a while.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. Okay, it doesn't look like I can do anything other than gold. And we can afford it. It's a lot, but we can afford it. And to be fair, it's worth just about anything at this stage, because I'm fairly sure the Western Empire were the only people who had a chance against the Vlandians, and they had made peace. Okay, brilliant. So looking a bit more like a proper realm now. So Uthalaim, Sion and Maranath are Battanian. Oh, and Remtoil. But all the rest of the green ones are ours. So yeah, in a perfect world we could have gone on to Cranirog, but they were already sieging Dunglanis, so there was just no way. Right, so first things first, actually we need to manage the castle. They were doing a granary. I see no particular reason to stop them, but we do want to get the garrison bolstered a bit, so we'll give them all of our Vlandians. That's fine, let's leave that. And then, because the Battanians are at war, I think we'll head to Varcheg. Okay, so that actually paid off. I'm surprised. Very surprised. So we'll ransom the prisoners that we have. How's Varcheg doing? Loyalty's high, we're on to festivals and games. We should definitely be building something. Oh, we'll get more money from marketplaces. But the aqueduct will give us more prosperity. I might do the aqueduct. And we'll try to sell some things. Might keep the banners. Maybe if we drop them off in Omor, although we should probably start using Dunglanis as our main base of operations, really. Or should we? Because they are still right next to the Vlandians. Better head armour. Doesn't look very Battanian, but it's better protection, should we need it. grief. Never mind, it's a decent price for grain. Actually, that's good for salt as well. Ooh, clay. Isn't this the place with the pottery? That's not bad for hardwood, actually. Not so sure about the wool. I think I've seen better. I was going a bit slowly there because I was keeping an eye on our finances. Yeah, pottery shop. So that's good. So we need to head back to Flintolg and pick up the remaining prisoners so that we can ransom them as well. Ylen has reached 11. Okay, so it looks like we were thinking governorship for her as well. So fine, let's go into that, even though I don't know how well it's going to work. Is there anything she doesn't have? There is nothing she doesn't have, so let's give her another leadership. And she's got smithing as well. Oh, we didn't even lose Aedid. That went way better than it probably had a right to. Okay, I'm going to drop off a bit of grain. Honestly not sure it makes any difference, but at least there's some there if we need it. You give me all your prisoners. And I think I will head to Omor to sell them, at risk of some of them escaping. So yeah, the big worry I've got is that the money we just gave to the Vlandians might actually make them more powerful. But then, yeah, we do have to look after ourselves as well. And it's a good sign that the Western Empire seem to fight them to a standstill. Maybe we need to worry about them. Right, the twins have hit 14 as well, which is good. So actually, I wonder if one of these might be our heir. Okay, well that's good. So let's assume they'll probably pick Egan as an heir. It doesn't really matter. It looks like we're looking mostly governorship anyway. So, trip to Realms Court. Well, he will need charm, because we're going to have to do the whole finding a wife thing again. If we learn the arts of healing. And then he got charm and leadership. Well, that's good. And Ekadrya, who could also be our heir, depending how we do it. So actually, let's do something very similar. But she's already got the arts of healing, so she could defeat a fencing instructor. And she's also gained some additional fighting power. Yeah, I can see her working well as an alternative Athene, actually. But we'll see. We might want to keep her with us, especially if there's a possibility she might end up being our heir. I definitely remember one game where I died suddenly and my heir was like miles away. So it might be nice to keep the oldest Britannians in our party. Right, we have a lot of stuff to handle here. But let's start. So we are on festivals and games. Loyalty isn't amazing, but that's partly because of all the issues, which we're hopefully going to sort out. But let's not do a version 3 of something. I might do the siege workshops. Yeah, it's only 14 days. So is there anything else? Oh, we wanted to drop off the banners, didn't we? And I should try and get some grain from somewhere. Could drop the velvet off in theory as well. Keep some of the more valuable things. Okay, so I'm probably not going to want to do what he's doing, but I can deal with the poachers.
I am at your service.
We are also, I think, going to need to deal with that hideout. Yeah, bandit base.
I am at your service.
Access to scoring commons. Okay, well we will give that to Felanos, but let me deal with the poachers first. I really want to deal with them, but let's deal with the poachers first. This isn't the place for the poachers, is it? Right, fine.
I am at your service.
%25% risk of failure. Okay, let's give it to Iona instead then. Give me some trained warriors. Right. Yeah, I forgot to check where the poachers were. Scoring, so they're over there.
Hear me! Sergeants, take command!
Okay, no real need for tactics here. Clearly our leaders agree because they're just charging. Guys, didn't need to charge into my own troops there. And there we go. Good grief. Well, I suppose they are probably evil, so... Never mind. Right. Yeah, we've got a lot of money to make up, haven't we? Well, I remember, actually. Parties, we need to check that the garrison is not on unlimited wage. And I'll just go through the others. Because that is so dangerous if you let it happen. Weren't anywhere near, of course. But best to deal with it before I forget. Let's do skirmishes. So allow them to throw and go get him. So the only drawback is that I can't remember if Yuha has a throwing weapon. He probably does. Just worried that Yuha's going to be attacking on his own. That's felonious with the bow and arrow. That guy hasn't even noticed that everyone's attacking him yet. Oop. Going for me. Oh, this is where they need a bit of assistance, I think, from my lackluster throwing skills. Oh, got someone at least.
See you in hell!
Okay, there we go. Felon's going off on his own there. That's fine, he's immortal. On the other hand, who's this person? You're not immortal, you're just a standard skirmisher. I think I should try to help you a bit. Actually, if he's aiming at him, then I may as well go and attack him. Then we're good. Yep, definitely want to do single combat for this one. We'll probably win, we just might lose someone. As it is, I don't think we've lost anyone, which is excellent. And all the skirmishes we took have gained experience, which is just fantastic. Okay. Got some good prices of food there, and for fur. You can see the quest marker now. Also, that's filled in. There we go, nice and peaceful. He actually looks like a different guy for once. That's actually quite expensive, but we could do with some more grain. And in theory, we should be quite popular in Chornabas now. But their grain's a bit expensive. Right, fine. Let's check Mecalovea Castle. I do want to head over to Dunglanis. Partly we've got a load of silk, and partly they had a load of issues. And also they got sieged. Well, it is 56, but then this is a castle. So it shouldn't really matter. Castellan's office, I think, gives us... Oh, it reduces garrison wages. Which, to be fair, will probably just mean the garrison's bigger. But that's not a bad thing. Manual labourers, right. I think
I'm at your command.
I hear Felanos calling. Because I actually gave it to Iona, didn't I? Team required troops, but it doesn't sound like he's going to lose any. So I guess we could even give him top tier. Have a bunch of oaths sworn. You are very welcome. Right. So Flintolg Castle is being sieged. Do you want to check on Rhotae while we're here? In fact, yeah, let's, because I think there's a lot of grain around there. So we can probably shop around for the best price.
Oh, I got no quarrel with you.
Because we've basically got grain villages all the way down to Rhotae, which is perfect.
Under my command!
Of course, there have been a lot of wars happening. Ooh, wow. This is nice. We are missing a lot of our oathsworn, of course, but...
Infantry! Move! Make a shield wall! Forward!
Let's do one massive shield wall. And then...
Archers! Forward! Bowmen! Move! Infantry! Move! Infantry! Forward!
Let's not get too clever.
Men!
You know, remember, we are still massively outnumbering these guys. But yeah, under the circumstances, I can't see any particular reason to move. May as well
Archers! Move!
move our archers up here, though. Seeing as it's such a good vantage point. In which case, we could move our
Footmen! Forward!
right flank wildlings over to this side a bit.
Archers! Forward!
So my only question is, how well can they see?
Archers! Move!
Edge you forward a little bit more. Doesn't matter that much.
Soldiers!
Can I move the
Forward! Move!
wildlings up there?
Footmen! Move!
Oh yeah, they're managing to shoot, aren't they? So they're basically getting attacked from the side.
Infantry!
I'll tell you what,
Charge!
let's just have our two-handed guys charge. That was absolute overkill. I just couldn't resist making use of that terrain because it was just... I mean, you could take an army twice your size out with a landscape like that. It's still not amazing. Oh yeah. Kind of makes sense to go via Rhotae as well, because I could do with all the missions finishing. Taking Flintolg Castle of the Vlandians. I think they did have it originally, to be fair. I mean, not originally, it's Britannian. Saniopia. Okay.
I'm at your command.
Wrong direction, unfortunately, but let's see what the grain's like, and yeah, I do want to get our troops back up to scratch. It's got merchant caravan, and not keen, I have to say. Olives we need in Rhotae. I do not have any olives. Loyalty, honestly, I think could be higher, and we'll probably be coming back this way. So let's just let it raise up a little. Now you see, this is the kind of grain price I was hoping for. Let's just see what your issue is. Right, I can't do that one because I think Iona is doing one now. So we'll have to get that when we come back. But if we head over to Saniopia. What was heard of? Okay, so who's fighting who? Oh, they're still fighting the Britannians. You should have made peace, guys. You can't fight the Vlandians on your own. The Britannians are in a really bad position because apart from the three factions of the Empire, they're the only group that starts off surrounded. And I think the Empire tends to have a lot of advantages.
Who are you and what do you want?
To kind of make up for it. Like, to start with, I think the Empire gets archers much earlier than anyone else. I'm not going to get a decent price of wool, am I? I better wait till it gets to like 30 or something and then sell it at that price. So it looks like it just isn't that valuable. Right, so if we head back to Rhotae, and this time we will give him a building project. Oh, cool. Okay, loyalty hasn't exactly increased a lot. Well, let's just give them something that is lowest level. Not sure this will make a difference. It does not. Never mind. Hopefully that'll be enough, and we can now take on this mission, if it still is there. It's not a mission I like doing, but it will definitely help with the loyalty. Seriously, Britannians, you have got to make peace, or you're going to be completely destroyed. So if we send Iona, And we'll go find out what's going on in Britannia. We passed this one earlier and it's not an art of the trade. Sturgeons fighting Caelis. Must be Tuesday. He's got a caravan at ambush, but I don't really care. Okay, so I'll sell it when it's 30 or above. Oh, we do have a bit of flax. That is an awesome price for fish. Good enough, but I'm willing to go down to 50. Right. Let's try to sort Dunglanis out. This is the thing, so the Western Empire made peace with the Vlandians, then we made peace with the Vlandians, and the Britannians have been left basically fighting on their own against them, which is just insane. Oh yeah, there's nothing much we can do here, is there? And training the militia is probably a good idea, but we did want to put out raw silk in the warehouse. And in theory, we might want to recruit some troops. We got, oh, we still got all our mounted archers, which is nice. So we don't have to go to the lands of the Caelis. Oh. But we do need some foot archers, so maybe I should try and deal with that first. I think we're already doing one of those, unfortunately. Do you have any archers? You do not. But you do have some moderately high tier troops, which I will happily hire. Okay, so what's the issue over here then? Bandit base, that I can deal with. Okay, so we're back up to 20 now. Just need to get an archer. And we need to deal with this hideout. And then I probably need to call it a day. Okay, so we'll take Yuha. So if we're taking Yuha, should we take his type of troop? So picked warriors, I guess, and a couple of trained warriors who were less experienced, but less likely to die. Okay, go get them, guys. So these are the troops in theory that Yuha normally commands. And they're pretty much always a good bet. Especially in this scenario, because we've got shields. Hey, are you going off on your own? Oh no, they're going with them, so actually this is the smallest group, so I should go with them.
Come on!
Missed slightly deliberately there. was worried about hitting my own men.
Yeah! Die!
He moved. He also moved, right. So much for me doing anything useful. Oh. No, I'm out of throwing weapons anyway, and I think this particular chap has very little chance in any case. See, in this case, I almost feel like there's so few of them that we'd be better off getting the extra practice in. I don't think we're in any danger of losing anyone. So it's not at all true to say that I don't fight duels with bandits. On that occasion, it didn't seem worth it. Right, so we've got enough mounted troops, so we will just take the standard track for everything. Yeah, don't really need an Empire peasant, thank you. Hopefully he gets home okay. Losing track of which villages are battalion and which are not. I was hoping for Art of the Trade there. And this one is battalion. Great. Well, I just need the one archer, and then I should probably wait until we have all the missions finished. Draft animals, not interested. Not interested at all. Now, I might be interested if it's Art of the Trade for silk, though. It is not. But you're connected.
Yours is not a face I know. What is your name, stranger?
They're connected to a castle, so I don't think it'll help the Vlandians that much. And honestly, deserters this near Dunglanis probably need putting down in any case. So let's just try and put you here at the front, and maybe I'll put my heavy troops there as well. But apart from that, I will just let them go ahead. So we do have villagers involved in this one. Oh, there they are. Hello, prepare for a very bad day. Yes, okay. Villager going out on his own there. Okay, what are we dealing with? I think we should have it now, hopefully. villagers, which is unfortunate, but it's a lot better than it would have been if we hadn't been there to help. So at least there's that. Oh, no. And we can actually take the full amount. Because I don't think we're going to be ruling that town anytime soon. A lot more likely to want to... Hang on, what did I just do then? Let me just cancel that. Because I definitely just pressed something I didn't mean to. Actually, 199 is close enough. Brilliant. Right, definitely stopping there. Definitely gone over. So check these guys. No, I think they're fine. I suppose I could just check there's been no level gains. There has been a level gain. Quite a significant one for Vuldrat the fish. Okay, so his charm definitely needs the focus point. He is not very charming. So I might up his intelligence on the grounds that I've put the focus into a social skill. So that should help him a bit with these 3 items. He does really need some leadership as well. But he seems to be exercising his charm more. Just to make sure there was no one else. There was. You has also gained a full level. Right, well, let's give you intelligence again. I mean, he's probably our best tactician, honestly. But then he's still got some green in tactics, so maybe leadership would be a better option. Given that's what we mostly need him for. Okay. Definitely stopping there now. So that was brilliant. We took Flintolg Castle from the Vlandians and all we lost was money. I had to spend over $1 million, but I think we were on about 2 million at the time and we've already managed to get back up to 1.4. So that's good. I don't think the Britannians have made peace yet. I really wish they would. They've lost Flintolg Castle. But I feel like the Vlandians have actually been pushed back a bit. It looks like the Western Empire, which I think are these guys, have managed to fight them off surprisingly well. So hopefully this means they're a bit more evenly matched than I thought, and it will be an option to take things away from them. I think the Sturgeons have been doing a lot better. So whether we'll actually take off Castle, I don't know. I'm quite happy to stop there anyway, because this would be a nice natural boundary, even though we did used to have Balgard, and we are going to have a lot of Sturgeons. But yeah, it's all looking a lot more positive in terms of not being swamped by the Vlandians. They're still a very, very powerful group, powerful kingdom, but there are other powerful kingdoms as well, which might even things out a little and give us an opportunity to take advantage and take the odd castle here and there. So I guess we'll just see how it pans out. But yeah, looking quite positive. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.